Court is calling Texas versus Rudy, Mayfield, Lopez, Schilling. And are you Mr. Schilling?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that this offense is a third-degree felony and the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
State opposes your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. Then to the offenses charged and indicted, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, state, you're opposing the application.
We are a judge. And our opposition is in part due to the nature of the offense, but more so because of his criminal history. Specifically in 2014, he was convicted of aggravated assault. He was placed on deferred for 4 years, but ended up being revoked and was sentenced to 4 years. He also has prior misdemeanor theft convictions for theft from 2009 and 2015. He's been given an opportunity at deferred, and he has shown that he is not a good candidate for it. We do not believe that he would be a good candidate now, as his criminal history goes back over 10 to 15 years. So that's why we're opposed.
All right, defense.
Your Honor, that is true. Mr. Schilling has been trying to better himself. He has an associate's degree. He's in college right now, or he was before he got picked up. So he's going to have to, restart a couple classes. He's trying to get his bachelor's degree. He understands what he did was wrong, and he's trying to make himself better. He was employed, like I said, and in college, and he's trying to become a better person. We're asking for deferred to give him another chance. You always have the option if he were going to screw it up. I mean, we all know he can be right back here and then be sent to prison.
How old are you?
I'm 35, Your Honor.
You're 35. Why are you going around in a BMW driving to people's mailboxes and taking their mail? And I did note in there that you took the mail during tax time. So that means that you knew that people were receiving their income tax and you took. So why are we doing this?
Your Honor, I have no good excuse. It was a bad choice. And I really do regret it.
Well, I mean, I know you understand bad choice and people have regrets once they get caught.
Right.
But you were not regretting it as you were doing it because you did more than one mailbox in that same day.
Yes, ma'am.
So where was the regret then?
There wasn't at the time.
Because what I have here is, they received a call in reference to someone operating a black BMW who were stopping at the mailboxes along the roadway and taking the mail. So all of these people, you took their mail, they were expecting an income tax check, right? So they had paid their taxes, they had filled out their taxes, and who knows what they were planning on doing with that money. Maybe they needed to buy clothing for their children for school. Maybe they were just gonna go on a little vacation, but you took that away from them. So why should I even consider giving you deferred adjudication or regular probation when you've done this before? How many thefts have you committed in your past before that you've been caught for?
Twice.
I'm sorry?
I think twice.
You see how long it took you to think about that?
Yes,
Do you know what would happen if I asked your attorney or I asked the state attorney how many cases they've had for theft before? You know how long it would take them to answer that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right away, they'd answer it. Is there anything else from the state or the defense?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. All right, good luck to you. Don't steal. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. People work hard for what they have.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
This complete case was over 11 minutes long, but once I cut out the mandatory crap, it comes in at 4 minutes 6. Become a subscriber of mine, as my subscribers know that I won't waste their time.
Court does call the case People versus Thomas Styron. Your name, sir?
My name's Thomas Styron.
All right. Mr. Styron, you still wish to represent yourself? All right, I do have to advise you that you are before the court on 2 felony charges. You understand that, as well as 1 misdemeanor charge. You understand that, sir?
There's 3 charges I'm facing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I understand I'm facing 3 charges.
Okay. You understand that one of those charges is fleeing and eluding 3rd degree, and that's a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration? Did you not understand that before, sir?
I've got 3 different sets of charges. My charges have changed 3 different times, since, I guess this,
Are you,
sorry.
what do you mean? Go ahead.
First, I was told it was obstruction of police investigation or something like that. And driving with no operator's license or something. Leading and alluding to in the first, now I get it's the third, is what you said?
Yeah, Mr. Styron,
Sir.
it concerns me a bit that you say that because I'm looking at it and it looks like the charges have been consistent throughout. So I'm going to ask you this. Do you want to be represented by an attorney to help you out or at least sort that out? Well, are you really? Because when you come before me today and I tell you what you're charged with, you're telling me, and this case has been going on a bit, you didn't tell me I do now understand. Hold on a second. I'm not trying to do it to punish you. I mean, if you want to represent yourself, you can represent yourself. I'm just saying that there's great danger in doing that, particularly if you're not sure what those charges are, because you're facing felonies.
I understand. I'm willing to assume the risk of represent myself, yeah.
It's your life. The fleeing and eluding third degree is a felony, sir. Is punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or $1,000 fine plus court costs and mandatory suspension of your driver's license. You understand that, sir?
I do.
Count 2. Charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. Well, not attempted, but the actual assaulting, resisting and obstructing a police officer. You understand that charge, sir?
I do.
That is a felony. It is punishable by up to 2 years incarceration and $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that? Third charge is that of operating while driver's license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I got a question saying that I don't have a driver's license, so I don't understand how I'm facing that charge.
Sir, I'm not here to answer the question. I mean, that's one of the reasons. Understand something. That is one of the reasons why you would get an attorney, to be able to give you those kinds of advice so that you know what you're facing. That in and of itself is a great peril if you don't know why you're facing a charge and want an answer to that. But right now you can't get an answer to that because it's okay, but you want to be stubborn and you want to say you represent yourself, but you can't even answer that question. Yeah. So if you really see what I'm saying, I'll ask you again. I don't have to keep asking you, but do you want to be represented by counsel, Mr. Styron?
If I was to say yes, is it the public defender's office, or do I get a pro bono one? Like, how would that work?
You would get the public defender's office, but you would get one of their attorneys or a group of their attorneys that would be assigned to your case and to represent you throughout it. If they, so that you understand, if they have a conflict, then there are roster attorneys that would then come on and represent you.
So I'm not locked into one attorney. If it gets assigned to me, I'm not stuck with that.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. But
Like I'm not at the mercy of one attorney. If something, like you said, there's some type of conflict, I would be able to address it.
if there was a true conflict that the public defender's office had, then yes, there's a mechanism by which an attorney would be appointed. So you wouldn't just be stuck waving out there.
Okay.
All right. But usually there's not a conflict with the public defender's office. I'm just saying within the public defender's office, you could be assigned any attorney within that office to represent you, or a group of attorneys to represent you. But they'd be able to answer your questions and would certainly make the court feel better that you got somebody sort of guiding you through it.
Is this case going downtown? This is one of those type of cases that goes downtown.
Well, where it sits right now, oh yeah. I think you thought you may be sitting in misdemeanor land. You're not.
I don't have a problem talking to it.
Well, you want an attorney to represent you, sir.
I'm willing to speak for him. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Quit trying to go around my question. You know what question I'm asking, right? You want an attorney to represent you. This now becomes a public defender case.
Is this a public defender?
This is Mr. Styron. He's got 3 charges. He's got fleeing and eluding, third, resisting, obstructing police officer, and driving while license suspended charge. He now realizes he's not. So you want to adjourn this out
Yes, sir.
a week or 2? Mr. Styron, is there anything else holding you right now?
No, I don't, no.
Or you don't know?
No, sir, I don't.
Hold on a second. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hold on.
I'm a family man.
Do you see anything else holding him? Because I'll just put it out a week if you think you can get the discovery and be able to answer everything.
He reports there's not, Judge, if you could just give me a moment.
All right.
Look at stuff in action.
But he said a lot to me, so I don't know. I'm just messing with it. That's it.
If you believe Miss Apple, this is it.
I only believe Miss Apple. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your case out a week so they can catch up with your discovery and everything. We get a chance to talk to you. Okay, Mr. Stone? Bond will continue instead of 2. So he's got to get the information, talk to you, and then we can look at it. Thank you, Mr. Styron.
As they say, you can lead a horse to water, but it still tastes like chicken. Welcome to my channel.